All right, we're back on the show. We'll get our lower third up there with that phone number on it. 656-2255 is our number. Been a pretty active news day today. 656-2255. We're coming to you from Hollywood today. And night show. And give us a ring. What's on your mind tonight? We got the shooting going on. And anybody know 20-year-old Jeremiah Jerome? He had a long name. Let's go back to some of these pictures real quick. 25-year-old Jeremiah Jerome Turner, age 20. 656-2255 is the number. We're taking your live calls. These are the pictures shot there. It was the event. The call came in at 1:47. And 656-2255. Everybody's texting me. Been one of those texting days. Six 656-2255. As we're getting a little bit more information, we got the name, and they're looking for a white suspect and wearing flannel and jeans. My question is, how does somebody get out of there? All these trailers. I mean, they got it on foot. They ran out of there. But there's houses everywhere. I mean, they had to be fast runners or something. And they obviously went in there to shoot him. 20-year-old. I mean, what would be the motivation to shoot a 20-year-old? Good afternoon. You on the air?
No, you don't have no respect for people, do you?
I have a lot of respect for people.
No, you don't.
Tell me.
Why do you show people running up to that trailer right there, the family members? You have no respect for nobody.
No, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm covering a news story.
Well, you ain't covering the news story right. At least BTW didn't show the people running up to the trailer like you did.
Right. I'm sure you're probably working for BTW too.
No, I don't work for BTW.
Well, you probably have been asked to call in and say that, because that's
I'm going to tell you what, y'all. You don't know how to cover the news.
Well, I'm covering it right now, and I've done it since 1990 here.
Dude, you are ignorant.
Now you're
what if that was your family member? Would you want to look on TV and see that?
If I had that happen to a family member, I'd want that recorded before it could be used as evidence. Yes, sir.
If it was your brother or your sister or whatever, you would want to see it on TV before somebody called and told you.
I'd want it recorded, and if a television camera got it, you bet I would, and it would be great evidence, and because it's right after it's just happened.
Evidence for what, Charles?
To solve the crime. I mean, if somebody wants to take a picture.
Oh, now you working for the sheriff's department.
No. You asked me if I wanted a picture taken of it, and I said yes. And the reason is it can be used as evidence. Pictures are the best evidence. You bet. I want a news camera recording every bit of it.
Charles.
Because history is history. I can't change history.
But dude, you are retarded.
No, I think you're being rude, and I'm gonna cut you off. Because I'm not gonna allow that kind of yak on here. And usually that's somebody from BTW paid to do that or asked to do that, because that's their whole narrative, is that they like when a news story's going on, they turn the cameras the other way. We don't do that. We think that every shot can tell you something. I really do. 656-2255. Hello.
Charles?
Yes.
Oh, didn't recognize your voice. I know I'm gonna hear slack about this. One, if it was drug related.
Don't know. Don't you like the fact that we go cover a story? We covered the story.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the lady running across the line. Do not, the tape.
Right. But don't you respect the fact that when we go cover a story, we're not like trying to hide everything? I think it all is valuable information.
I mean, for somebody to take some, this.
And if you're a viewer like that guy, don't watch our station. But you want to make a spectacle, and then you get rude about it.
Other channels to watch.
Yeah.
Watch. Know what's going on.
Watch BTW, and the clue is he said BTW. That means it's somebody by BTW. That's their whole marketing theme, is that they cover news, but they don't cover it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I turned it over to 21 when you went off, and they had,
I want to show a story as it's developing and show you what's going on.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on too, because I'm nosy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're nosy, watch our station. That's what I do. I try to get you the story, and like it's happening. I don't make it up.
No, I mean, you had it right there. I mean, it showed right there.
Yeah, but I think that guy was extremely rude, and he just doesn't need to watch. But he obviously has an agenda, and the agenda is to be mean and rude to me.
I mean, if you take somebody in a bedroom and a shooting goes on, it's got to be something that went on in that bedroom.
Right, and it could be a little crazy, and I want to know what's going on around me.
Oh, it eventually come out. Somebody knew that white boy.
Right.
All right, bye.
All right. Good afternoon. You on the air? 656-2255. Hello. 656-2255. I'm not going to put up with that kind of stuff. We cover news and we cover it as it's happening. And sometimes it's emotional. It's just real. 656-2255. When national people go out and cover news, when they're covering the riot up in D.C., they covered it as it's happening and showing you as it's happening. We do the same thing here, and we're proud of what we do. Good afternoon.
Charles,
Yes, sir.
that guy offended me when he called you retarded. You're not retarded. A lot of people are not retarded. Retarded is a mental illness. He shouldn't call people that.
Well, exactly. He's basically getting to a lower level than he's even trying to accuse me of. And it's just, I've had to deal with that ever since I've done this job in Martinsville. You know that. And we always had this element of folks. But the clue was BTW.
Right. News is news no matter who does it. If he don't want to watch
I mean, BTW prides themselves in covering a wreck from 500 feet away. What's the point? If you don't like covering wrecks, don't cover it. You see what I'm saying?
Like watching the channel, pick your remote up. Your remote's not broken, and
Right.
turn the channel.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not going to put up with this stuff anymore. I'm going to call them out because there's usually an agenda going on. I've learned it. There's some kind of agenda going on. Somebody who doesn't like me, somebody who wants to hate me, and they don't like us being successful because we're very successful. Can't you tell?
I'm glad. I'm proud for you.
Yeah. We sell more advertising. We have more reach than any station in this market. And I'm proud of it. And it's hard work that's got us there. And if I'm going to cover stories, I'm going to cover stories. I'm not going to hide and cover up for everybody.
Exactly. And everybody's not going to agree with everything you do. And you understand that. I don't agree with everything, and I don't agree with everything that anybody else does. And people probably don't agree with everything I say. And
Right.
that's fine. That's what makes the world turn.
People get upset when I cover a preacher that cheats.
Little people.
People get upset with me when I cover a preacher that cheats. But for a community that puts so much into religion, and we have leaders that aren't living up to the standard that they say they are doing, then I think that's news.
Well, and the preacher, at least he was man enough to come out there and face the publicly and admit to his wrongdoing.
But don't you think he might not have done that if it wasn't on local TV?
Right, he might not have. That was very courageous of him. I don't think I could have done it.
I admire him. I'd love to interview him. I'd love to have him on the show. But I did admire what he did. But at the same point, on last Friday, I had to hear from several people who thought, "Oh, how dare you, Charles?" People watch our station to get local news. That's what we do. I'm not going to apologize for it. You have to be strong at it too, because you can see the forces that come out. He's not saying the story's not accurate. He just says I'm retarded for covering it, right?
Yeah, and he shouldn't use that word. That offends a lot of people.
Did you hear Sarcastic Man today with his erection stuff? I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. Children are going to be children. There's a time and place for that.
Right. And anyway, I'm here, and I'll stand up for what I do every day.
I don't blame you. They got signs up all around you that says Star News. What do people think it's supposed to be?
Well, I mean, one of the things you have to, in any crime scene, guess what? Somebody, you don't know who's done it.
Right.
Even just because somebody's crying doesn't mean that they're not involved.
Right.
And so that's why you capture it all, man. And if somebody attacks us, we capture it. We stay on the story. And we show you what happens. Good, bad, and ugly. We show you. And that's why you watch this station.
Statistically, the person that committed a crime will usually go back to the scene. I forget what the statistics were.
And usually who barks the loudest is guilty.
Yeah, I find it so sad. You know, when Abraham Lincoln got killed, ever how many 100 years ago that was, somebody that helped set that up traveled to England, and people from the United States were able to track him down. Not England, I'm sorry, Egypt. Went all the way to Egypt, wanted to set the assassination up, and they tracked him down and got the person and brought him back to the United States and tried him. And we can't even solve a Jennifer Short case. Come on now, people. This is 2021.
Right.
That case should be solved. It should have been solved a month after it happened, but it definitely should be solved now. If they can go to Egypt and get somebody 200 and some years ago, let's face it, technology has come a long way. Let's solve some of these cold cases.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. All right, folks, 656, hello, 656-2255 is the number to give us a call. Hello?
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, man.
You did not see the part, I suspect, of Chuck Schumer when he misspoke on the floor of the Senate.
I think your timing was really bad.
Now, did you see that?
I know what you're
referring to.
I do, but...
He said that Donald Trump incited an erection.
Right.
And he misspoke.
Right, I understand that, but it was too close. I was covering this story, and that came in the middle of that.
Where I got that from. So
All right.
I'm explaining it to you.
All right, I get it, but, I'll...
Kick in the head, but sometimes I have to explain it. I'll talk slowly so you can absorb it.
Okay. All right, I'm slow.
Understand now, Charles?
All right. All right,
I'm
man.
trying to make a parody. It's called humor.
I know, but sometimes the
I
time...
have no sense of humor, Charles.
It's hard to have